Goodman. In this short but controversial video, I'm going to reveal how 3 easy exercises help drop high blood pressure below 120/80, starting today. In fact, these simple exercises take as little as 9 minutes per day, and they're so easy that almost anyone can do them. If you can walk from the living room to the kitchen, you can benefit from these blood pressure exercises without breaking a sweat. That means you can start lowering your blood pressure today. Wouldn't you feel amazed if for the first time in years you saw your blood pressure numbers under 120/80 after doing just one easy exercise for just 9 minutes? This is by far the simplest, easiest, and most effective method I know to lower blood pressure without suffering the side effects of prescription medications. The cause of your high blood pressure is actually irrelevant, be it genetic, high cholesterol, stress, or other factors. The exercises you're about to learn have helped, and believe me, I almost paid for this discovery with my life. Like you today, I was a ticking time bomb. My average blood pressure was 185/129. I should have been dead long ago. I guess it was my healthy lifestyle that kept me alive. I ate well, worked out every day, and took time to relax. But nothing seemed to help with my hypertension. Every day I monitored my blood pressure, and every day my worries grew. It wasn't just my fear of dying. Like you, I have wonderful friends and family. I worried about leaving my wife behind to take care of and support our children all alone. Without them, I may have given up. I was so desperate that as much as I disliked taking medications, I honestly considered that as a possibility. And you can bet my doctor pushed me pretty hard to start drugs. But I resisted, and I'll tell you why. Here are some of the shocking facts regarding blood pressure medications I discovered. According to a recent study conducted by the Wake Forest University School of Medicine, calcium channel blockers are estimated to cause 85,000 unnecessary deaths every year. And you're 25% more likely to suffer a heart attack if you take these blood pressure medications than if you don't. Not just from thousands of strokes and heart attacks, the deaths are also due to gastrointestinal bleeding, kidney and liver damage, plus weaker immune systems lead to all kinds of other diseases. Here's another example. A study published in the respected Lancet Oncology revealed that many of the most frequently used blood pressure drugs seriously increases the risk of cancer. And one more from around the world. Researchers at the University of Denmark reported that a significant portion of cholesterol-lowering drug users over the age of 50 will suffer from nerve damage as a direct result of using these medications. Even the news agencies are beginning to open up a little. USA Today reported recently that cardiovascular drugs have killed and injured more people than the government has acknowledged. I could go on and on, but I think you see the point. So, back to my story. There I was. My life clock was rapidly clicking away. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. I was desperately fighting to save my life, trying every natural solution I heard of. But nothing seemed to help. You may think I'm exaggerating, but according to the World Health Organization, high blood pressure is the #1 cause of death in the world. More than cancer, and more than any of the third world diseases. It's sometimes called the silent killer. But I don't agree with that at all. My symptoms were obvious. Maybe you'll recognize some of these symptoms yourself. I was constantly feeling stressed and anxious. This is a very common sign of high blood pressure, because your arteries are literally succumbing to the pressure, which puts your body in a crisis mode. I had trouble sleeping. Sometimes I couldn't fall asleep. Other times I woke up in the middle of the night and couldn't doze off again. This is another common symptom of high blood pressure. Very often I had chest pain and other body pains. In fact, many people have told me that after they lowered their blood pressure using my exercises, their chronic pain simply disappeared. Worst of all, and this is a shameful one to admit, high blood pressure was taxing my love life. I thought this was just a part of aging, but it wasn't. Up to 80% of men over 50 who have high blood pressure also suffer some level of erectile dysfunction, because the arteries leading to the genitals are just as much affected as the arteries leading to other parts of the body. After I got my blood pressure under control using the simple exercises I'm about to teach you, all these aggravating health symptoms disappeared. In fact, I have more energy, stamina, and libido than I did in my 30s. No wonder my wife is so happy. In addition to the symptoms you experience on a daily basis, high blood pressure has been linked to Alzheimer's and some cancers. That's in addition to, of course, being the leading cause of death from stroke and heart attack. According to research published in 1995 in the Archives of Internal Medicine, reducing blood pressure by only 2 points causes a 15% reduction in the risk of stroke. Imagine what 20, 30, or even 50 points would do for you if you managed to lower your blood pressure naturally, starting today. Now, you're probably thinking, how exactly do these high blood pressure exercises work? I'll tell you in a minute. But first, for you to understand this exactly, here's an important side story. You may not get the connection to high blood pressure right away. Cut me a little slack, and you'll see this is in fact the key to lowering your blood pressure naturally. You see, I love horses. One day I was watching a TV show about a great horse whisperer called Monty Roberts. In front of thousands, including the Queen of England, he was demonstrating how he trains wild mustangs. Imagine those young stallions straight from the mountains. They have never seen cars or human beings in their lives. Exposed to this, everything in their blood and genes screams anxiety and fear. A wild horse's heart rate and blood pressure have been sky high since he was taken away from the mountains. Fascinated, I witnessed how in less than 10 minutes, Monty totally shifted the awareness of the tense, anxious animal. The effects were amazing. The horse completely calmed down, his heart rate slowed down, he became totally focused and relaxed, and his blood pressure dropped to normal, all in less time than it takes to make a pot of tea. I wouldn't have believed it unless I saw it with my own eyes. Something had obviously transformed internally. It was a changed horse. This immediately got me thinking. Could this technique be changed to suit humans instead of horses? Could I use this technique to lower my own blood pressure? It was far-fetched, but worth a try. After all, I had nothing to lose and everything to gain. With my experience as natural health researcher, I had a clear idea how to do it, and I started working on it right away. At the end of the day, I began testing my exercises. For the next 2 weeks, I changed and improved them. 2 weeks later, I checked my blood pressure. It was late August, a Sunday afternoon, a day I'll always remember. I couldn't believe my own eyes as I read 119/76. That's solidly below 120/80, which is considered a healthy blood pressure. My wife was even happier than I. She broke into a cry of relief. I never realized how worried she had been about me and how deeply she loves me till that day. Our kids came running into the living room. "What's going on?" And for the longest time, we all held each other, laughing and crying. Daddy was back to stay. For a few weeks, my blood pressure rocked a little up and down. However, it was never as high as before, and for years now it's been totally normal. Since then, I've developed this technique into 3 simple exercises that in almost all cases drastically drops high blood pressure in only a few short days. This technique has been proven effective by thousands of clients, possibly saving hundreds of lives. Their high blood pressure was caused by various things, including genetic causes, high cholesterol, stress and anxiety, and endless other things. It doesn't matter what the main cause is, the exercises have helped. Many of my clients had much higher blood pressure than I did and were on medications for years before they tried my high blood pressure exercises. It worked just as well for them. Here are just a few examples of people who succeeded with the exercises. I tried all the audios yesterday. I did not even go walking, but chose to tap the knees instead, as the audio said. I checked my blood pressure before starting, 180/115. Afterwards, after all 3 audios, I checked again, 150/90. Amazing after only 1 session. No one else seems to deal with the underlying issues causing hypertension. It seems as we age, I am 56, we have no way to release this tension without something like you offer. From Joseph Ludvigson, Carbondale, Illinois. Fantastic, Joseph. I downloaded the program at about 10 p.m. I did the 3rd exercise only once. I slept 3 hours. I began my day. At about 11 a.m., I took my blood pressure. The result? 127/63. I just about fell off the chair. I did not take my meds, 4 pills. I know my meds really well. I took my BP again at 5 p.m. The result? 132/75. No meds. Wow. I was so busy I did not do any of the other exercises. It is 10:30 p.m. My BP results, 136/79. No meds. I will do the 3rd exercise again in 10 minutes and go to sleep. Tomorrow I will do all the exercises. Now this makes me determined to prove the MD wrong. Daniel, North Hills, California. Amazing, Daniel, after just doing 1 of the exercises. My wife is a nurse, and she was skeptical about your program. Now that my blood pressure is under control, she has become a believer. Ron Baker, Greenville, South Carolina. I love that, Ron. Don't argue with anyone. Just show them in action. I am delighted with the results with your blood pressure program. I've dropped from around 146/90 to today's reading, 122/74. Ken Brown, Exmouth, Utah. Good work, Ken. From borderline high blood pressure down to a healthy level. I believe this is magic. I got your program yesterday, and already I feel better. I go back to my doctor today. She'll be happy for me. I really hope to get off this medicine. The side effects will kill you. I slept all night after doing the evening exercise. Thank you so much. Jeannie Mayer, Washington, D.C. Isn't that amazing? Now these front runners managed to cure their high blood pressure using nothing but simple, easy exercises. And as you saw, some of them literally overnight. Now, however, you're probably wondering what these exercises are and if they'll work for you. I'll get to that in a second, but first, so you understand how the exercises work, I have to explain. What actually causes high blood pressure? It's probably not what you think. First of all, you have to realize that your high blood pressure didn't just happen overnight. It's not like catching the flu. Your problem with high blood pressure actually began to develop long before your blood pressure numbers began to rise. Most doctors admit that even if they know about some indicating factors, most of the time they have very little idea what initially causes high blood pressure to appear in the first place. Therefore, it's tough to find a solution. You see, everyone experiences rises in blood pressure from time to time. That's normal under stressful situations or while doing physical workouts. But it only becomes a problem if your blood pressure stays high for a long period of time and doesn't drop while resting. When you're hypertensive, your heart then constantly pumps blood with more force than your arteries can comfortably take. Therefore, your arteries begin to harden, like rusted water pipes. Your hard arterial walls tend to get cracks inside them when blood rushes through them with such a high-pressure force. Cholesterol and other slime in the blood gather in these cracked scar tissues inside your arteries, making them even narrower and harder. This is how your arteries may look right now. Not a pretty sight, right? At this point, a deadly cycle begins. Since less blood can now flow through your narrowed arteries, your blood pressure increases. To deliver enough blood through your narrowed arteries, your heart begins to pump with increased force, blowing your blood pressure up through the roof. Now, your nervous system senses that your blood pressure is too high. Normally, your body would deal with this problem by simply widening your arteries. It's very easy if they were soft and flexible, but they're not. Your arteries have been hardened and will not widen so easily. The next thing your nervous system attempts to do is to make the kidneys excrete more sodium and water to decrease the volume of blood running through arteries. Less fluid, less pressure. Mission accomplished. Not quite. Blood has specific functions. Blood delivers oxygen and nutrition to every single cell in your body. A drop in blood volume means those cells don't get their nutrition, and they send a deprivation message to the brain. Houston, we have a problem. Imagine how ground control in the brain experiences this. Your heart is screaming, I need to pump more blood, faster. Your kidneys scream, the blood pressure is dangerously high, drop the blood volume. Cells all over your body scream, we're hungry, give us more blood. And your nervous system reports, our normal response to widen the arteries and transfer more blood with less blood pressure has been unsuccessful. Something is seriously wrong. The part of your brain that controls all automatic responses has only one option. It sends out serious messages to all parts of your body. We're now in crisis mode. But the crisis mode actually makes things worse. Every cell in your body now goes into overdrive and gets ready to fight the danger with everything it has. And the cells demand much more nutrition than normal to deal with the crisis, actually raising your blood pressure. Your heart beats harder, increasing the already high blood pressure. And your kidneys don't know what to do except maybe fail. All this may be happening while you sit here relaxed reading these words, unaware that you may be on the edge of a stroke or heart attack right now, right this minute. Everything I've explained is a well-known fact in the medical field. Just ask your doctor. The real problem begins when trying to control parts of this vicious cycle. For example, medications that increase fluid release from the kidneys can temporarily lower blood pressure. This, however, makes everything worse in the long haul, because now your heart and cells are deprived of blood volume. Crisis mode again. Plus, the side effects from the drugs always screw up something else in the process. The only permanent solution for high blood pressure is for you to break this vicious cycle. Using the body-mind exercises I learned that day from the horse whisperer, I managed to give my system something I call a focused break. Let me explain what I mean. Picture yourself in a cartoon. You walk into a meeting room with your heart, kidneys, brain, and a representative from the cells. They're all fighting over how to deal with your hardened arteries and high blood pressure. They all steam from rage and frustration. Now imagine if you, as a great negotiator, could persuade them all just to calm down, sit back, and relax. Do nothing for a few minutes. This is what I call a focused break. As you all sit there in the meeting room and calm your nerves, the solution is obvious to everyone. Call off the crisis mode so the cells won't demand as much blood. Slow down the heart rate to reduce the pressure on the arteries. Balance the excretion of sodium and water from the kidneys. Working calmly together, your body will heal itself. All it needs is the focused break for everyone to calm down, synchronize, and focus on the task on hand. And as your blood pressure drops, the arteries will soften again. The vicious health cycle has been reversed, and the risk of stroke or heart attack has dropped to almost zero. It's actually a little difficult to explain exactly how the exercises work in reality. This is one of those things you have to experience to understand. That's why I want you to try the simple blood pressure exercises yourself today. What I can tell you is that they take almost no effort. You either sit down or walk slowly around the room while performing those easy mind-body exercises. So it doesn't matter what kind of physical shape you're in. You can do them. The simple directions are on audio, so all you have to do is follow along. There is absolutely nothing to learn, and you can begin benefiting immediately after receiving the program. You also get a detailed written manual explaining exactly how to do the exercises and how they work. So you can also experience the exercises and do them on your own without the audio portion. All depends on what you prefer. It doesn't take long. As little as 9 minutes a day. All 3 exercises take around 40 minutes, but it's enough to do only 1 or 2 of them. Plus, they're actually so pleasurable and fun that many people have told me they don't feel they're even working at anything. If you manage to lower your blood pressure to a healthy level within a week, we're talking about little more than 1 hour total. 1 hour of your time is worth maybe adding 30 good healthy years to your life, isn't it? I thought so. Just like the wild stallion I talked about before, you'll feel calm and focused after doing the exercises. Many clients tell me about this inner peace they've never experienced before. What's more important is what you do not feel. Since high blood pressure doesn't always come with a lot of obvious symptoms, you may not feel how the steam pot inside you calms down, nor how the vicious intensity cycle between your heart, kidneys, and brain is healed. But you'll be amazed when you check your blood pressure. Just imagine your doctor's eyes popping out if he or she tested your blood pressure and it was down to normal. He wouldn't believe it. Here comes the best part. If you naturally bring your blood pressure down to a healthy level, you will not be sick for the rest of your life. Why? Because these medications only deal with the symptoms of high blood pressure. Once you're on medications, you're usually on them for life. Using these simple exercises, however, you work on the underlying cause of high blood pressure. Just imagine having the peace of mind that only comes with knowing that you are healthy and strong and that you'll live a long, happy, and productive life. Knowing that you'll escape the very terrifying diseases that most people around you die or become disabled by: stroke and heart attack. Now that you've realized these exercises are exactly what you need, the next logical question is, of course, so how much do the exercises cost? To be honest with you, I worked a lot on this decision. After all, I'm often asked why I charge for such important information in the first place. Why not be a good human and give it away for free? My answer is that it creates commitment. After I created these exercises, I quickly realized that clients were much more committed to work on the program if they've invested a little bit in it. You'll simply value it more and look at the options you have. Monthly supplies of blood pressure medications run from tens to hundreds of dollars per month. One specialist doctor's visit costs you an arm and a leg. This can add to thousands of dollars per year. Not to mention the cost of surgery or a hospital stay if you suffer a stroke or heart attack. Even people with medical insurance sometimes end up bankrupt from hospital bills if their insurance company refuses to pay. Or you could spend hours and hours researching healthy diets and lifestyles and try to follow them to a T. The exercises in this program are unique, so you're not going to find them anywhere else. Now, I have a question for you. How much would you be willing to pay for a guaranteed way to lower your blood pressure? And you could be absolutely sure that you would never have to worry about the 2 major causes of death in the world, heart attack and stroke, ever again. Wouldn't you want to alleviate the worries of those who love you? They don't want to lose you, and you don't want to lose them, do you? You can't put a price on good health, can you? No matter what ups and downs people go through in life, they always say, at least we have good health. Why? Because the fact is, good health is the most important thing in life. So if you were completely guaranteed to bring your blood pressure under control and gain close to perfect health for decades to come, you would give up almost anything worldly, wouldn't you? Because we don't take it with us to the grave. It's no wonder that my advisors and investors tell me to charge no less than $300 for these exercises. You would pay a one-time fee of $300 if you were absolutely sure it would eliminate your high blood pressure for good, wouldn't you? But you can never be absolutely sure, can you? No matter how good the solution is. That's why I fought my advisors and investors hard, refusing to charge so much. I can't have anyone take advantage of your desperate situation. We finally settled on a one-time charge of $150. That includes all 3 exercises on an audio, plus a detailed written guide explaining exactly how to do the exercises most effectively to quickly lower your blood pressure. You'll also get full access to our support team if you ever have any questions, whether it's how to access the exercises or how to work them. But today, you'll not even have to pay the fair price of $150. I've managed to fight my advisors and investors even harder. And for a short period of time, I can give you full lifetime access to the blood pressure program at a drastically reduced price. That's why, today, I'm giving you full lifetime access to the 3 blood pressure exercises and the written guide explaining the exercises in detail for only $49. That's a whopping 66% discount. But hurry, because I don't know how long I can hold my advisors and investors back. They really think that the public will be better served by raising the price to $150 or even $300. That way, we could spend more money on advertising and therefore spread the information about these powerful blood pressure exercises faster. So please click the order button below now to secure your lifetime access to the blood pressure exercise program with a whopping 66% discount. But wait, there is more. 100% money back guarantee. That's right. Order the exercises today. Experience the amazing drop in blood pressure for yourself. Monitor it for some time to make sure this is not just some fluke. Go for a physical test if you want to. Have your heart rate and blood pressure tested under stress. In fact, while doing the exercise program, do anything and everything you want to make sure it delivers every single benefit I've listed in this video and permanently heals your high blood pressure. And if at any point within 8 weeks you are not absolutely thrilled with the results, send us an email and my support team will refund your order within 24 hours. No questions asked. You don't have to give us any explanation about why you want your money back. Send us an email as simply as, "Refund, please." That's all it takes. You can even keep all the material and keep on working the exercises, just to make the refund process easier, and just to say thank you for trying. So, either the exercises will work to completely bring your blood pressure below 120/80, or you'll end up paying nothing. I know that some people could take advantage of this. So be it. The important thing is that you can begin lowering your blood pressure today without having to suffer side effects of blood pressure medications, trying to follow a diet that is not humanly possible, killing yourself working out, worrying about money. Why? Because right now you're facing the biggest decision of your life. And you have 3 clear choices. Choice 1, do nothing. Let your blood pressure triple inside of you until something gives. It could be a month from now, tomorrow, or even today. But having high blood pressure, you will most likely eventually suffer either stroke or heart attack or both. Your clock is ticking. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. Every day you wait is a risk you take. The only thing you know for sure is if you stick your head in the sand, it's going to blow up in your face. Please do something. If not for yourself, do it for your family and friends, because now there is something you can do. Choice 2, take medications. You may already be taking some. At least you're considering it. I've already shared numerous scientific studies proving that blood pressure medications may actually increase the risk of dying from stroke and heart attack instead of decreasing it. And the side effects, in fact, cause several other problems, making a bad situation worse. But I don't think I need to stretch this point any further. Why? Because if you didn't agree with me, you wouldn't be watching this video till the end, would you? You'd be like the majority of people popping your pills without a care. That is, till one day you realized these pills were useless or worse, and the consequences of your inaction will be lethal. Fortunately, there is choice 3. Invest a few minutes right now to save your life. Remember, I was there. I was just as afraid and desperate as you are. My spouse just as worried about me as yours is. I found a solution, and today I want to share it with you. These simple exercises are so easy to practice, and yet so effective, that everyone who suffers high blood pressure can benefit from them, including you. When facing the choice of spending thousands of dollars over a few years for medications and doctor's visits, being hospitalized or die after suffering stroke or heart attack, maybe next year, maybe next month, or maybe even today. Spending hours and hours trying out diets and lifestyle changes that may or may not help. For sure, they will not bring your blood pressure down to a healthy level, and your clock is ticking. You simply don't have the time. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. I'm sure picking the right choice is easy. Click the order link below to begin working the blood pressure exercises within minutes, and watch your blood pressure numbers drop as soon as today. The ordering process is easy. You'll be taken to a secure order page that looks something like this. We use the highest security third-party technology possible to process your order. Immediately after completing your order, you'll be directed to the members area, where you can download the 3 audio files and the written guide. It will look like this. You can then listen to the files on your computer, put them on your audio player, or burn them to a CD. Downloading the audio files is really simple and explained step by step in the members area. In fact, since you could watch this video without problems, you've proven that you can download and listen to the blood pressure exercises without a problem. You'll also receive an email with a link to the members area, so no need to worry if you have any problems listening to the exercises the first time. You can reach them as often as you want for as long as you live. But if you'd rather have a CD mailed to you, you can also order a physical CD in the members area for only $2 extra. That's just the manufacturing cost. So there's absolutely nothing stopping you now from clicking the order link below and begin lowering your blood pressure today. Here is what some satisfied members of the New World Movement are saying. Janice Mobley says, "Thank you, Christian, for your reply. And once again, I cannot tell you how excited I am with the results of doing these exercises in more ways than just the blood pressure. I am now sleeping much more soundly, and my head is much more clear, etc. I came home from work, however, feeling tired from all the stress, and sat down to do the exercises, and thinking how I'd lay down and rest afterward. Well, afterward, I was ready to go again. I went out and finished painting one side of the house I had started on the weekend, and looking forward to another good night's sleep. Thank you so much." Patrick Montgomery says, "I have recently started your program to reduce my blood pressure, and I'm amazed to have it drop from 180/84 to 140/80, all within 1 week. Many thanks, and I do not hesitate recommending these programs to others." Bunthan Japo says, "Hi, Christian Goodman. I would like to say thank you very much for your best information about high blood pressure and your programs. May God bless you and your family." Randy Williams says, "Christian, after performing just 5 exercises, the program is working very well so far, so it has given me the inspiration to try your other programs also." So when you click the order button, you're really not getting just a guide program or a good deal. What you're really getting is your health and well-being, through an easy, safe way to lower blood pressure without side effects. The next step is yours. You know how serious high blood pressure is. It almost unavoidably leads to stroke, heart attack, kidney failure, impotence, blindness, or hundreds of other serious diseases. Put it simply, it will kill you. Every day you wait is like playing Russian roulette. Your clock is ticking minute by minute. There is no time to waste. You have friends and family. You love them. They love you. And don't leave them too soon. The exercises are super simple. Anyone can practice them no matter what kind of physical condition they're in. So there is no excuse anymore. Click the order link below now to secure your 66% discount of the blood pressure exercise program. My investors and advisors are pushing me very hard to raise the price, so I frankly can't promise you how long I can keep the price so low. Plus, you're not taking any risk since everything is 100% money back guaranteed. No questions asked. If the exercises don't lower your blood pressure, you end up paying nothing. My support team is only an email away if you have any questions or if you want your money back. I urge you to take action now. Clicking the order link below can literally save your life today. It has worked for others, it will work for you too, or your money back. Here are just a few more examples of people who succeeded in saving their own lives using the blood pressure exercises. Christian Crandall says, "Hello, Christian. I received the new blood pressure program. Thank you so much. It works very well all the way through. I am enjoying it very much. This is the first thing that has brought down my blood pressure. Blessings." Jerry Shark says, "Thank you so much. I really am into the high blood pressure program I ordered and using it daily. It is working. Praise the Lord and thanks for having it available." Joy Schaefer says, "I just wanted to let you know that I did just one day of the 3 exercises and I went from 155/95 to a reading the very next day of 121/82. I'm so excited, and I hope to be even lower by the end of the week. I've been on amlodipine and lisinopril for months, and I haven't been able to get it lower than 135/90. George O'Neill says, "I cured my HBP in 7 days using your system. Nothing else worked. It's amazing. No more meds." These people were in the exact shoes you're in now. They took action and brought their blood pressure down to a healthy level. I had people from all over the world and from various ethnic groups succeed with these exercises, both men and women from age 28 to 96. By ordering the program, they also supported the cause that led you to discover this unique way to drop your blood pressure as well. Please pay it forward. Take the ball and run with it now by clicking the order button below and start lowering your blood pressure today. It's so simple and easy that you can try it out within 5 minutes of completing your order. And I wouldn't be surprised if you, yourself, will be emailing me your own testimonial tonight.